academic accommodation and visa process arranged by Vishwaniketan were executed smoothly.
I'm a student of CSE third year. I did my internship from University of Tor Vergata, Italy. First of all, talking about the selection procedure. 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 And value addition programs attended so far. This was my first fellowship and I was quite nervous, but everything was great and there was nothing to worry about. Starting from stay, it was very comfortable and secure. Truly luxurious apartments were given. There were 16 people including me and surely we bonded nicely. Everyone was very well behaved. I was allotted a project which was not at all related to my computer science field, because of which I was not satisfied with it. However, when I continued with the project, I started liking it. My project was RTK-based GNSS positioning. I worked upon centimeter precision in GPS navigation. It included hardware as well as software part. MATLAB coding also. It was quite challenging to complete this project in 45 days. But that's what I learned. You can do anything you want with the right thinking, with smart work rather than hard work, and most important, practical approach. My mentor was very helpful and was there to help. But the thing is, they will help you only if you will ask. They will not force you to do work. It's your wish. Simply they train you, so guys, no teaching job like India. Plus, how I can forget to tell that this fellowship has given me chance to explore the country that has the mesmerizing cultural essence and captivating modern power that makes it stay forever in heart of visitors, Italy. This fellowship of 45 days has given me life-changing experience. Now I am independent, smart thinker, very calm and practical as well. At last, I want to thank CTI Vishwaniketan.
Hi, my name is Kevin Singh. I am from Guru Nanak Institute of Management Studies, University of Mumbai, India. I came for this fellowship through Vishwaniketan at Aarhus University in Denmark. That's in Honey. And during this fellowship, I met a lot of great people, professors Peter Lindgren and Professor ramji, Prasad, and I got to know about how they work and what they do here. And basically, our fellowship was about business modeling. And though as management students, we do know what business modeling is, but we came to learn about a new approach to business modeling, that is using B business method, that is the B star, B cubes and B board. And by using that methodology, we worked on some live projects, and we also did some industrial visits. And the live project that we worked on was related to a company called Bluetown.
What you do is, you see this this thing right here, the trigger. See how it gets highlighted? So when you highlight it, got it? And then you just put it to the side. So see if you can find the heart.
Hi, my name is Prasad Patel. I'm a computer engineering student. I attended the UG fellowship through the Vishwaniketan network. I got the golden opportunity of working in Athens Information Technology. My first project on text mining was sentiment analysis. It analyzed the sentiments regarding a tweet. My second text mining project was article categorization. It assigned a category to a given article. The third project was using Neo4j to give influence, or to find the most influencing word in an article. We used Neo4j, which was a graph DBMS. It was a new experience for me, as that was completely out of my skill set. And the final project was a smart grid application using blockchain. Professor Yumanov and Professor Sophocles were extremely helpful. They even took us to an expert lecture, and guided us on how to become entrepreneurs.
I'm Sushrutvi Bangre, studying in Reva University, Bangalore. Few months ago, there was a presentation from Vishwaniketan in our college that there will be UG fellowship program which will be conducted abroad. When this was first announced, I was very skeptical and didn't know how it will be. But I took leap of faith and chose to study in Athens Information of Technology, and I would say that has been best decision of my life.
Hello everyone, this is Prachi and I'm here at Teesside University, UK. I'm currently pursuing my degree in civil engineering from MGM Kamote, and here we are working on a project on design of modular housing under the guidance of Mr. Richard Sober. This is my team.
Hello, I am Sagar Patil. I have just completed my bachelor's in civil engineering from Vishwaniketan Institute of Entrepreneurship and Management Technology. I am here in Teesside, UK, working on a project known as Design of Modular House. So this project is guided by our guide, Mr. Richard Sober. He is a lecturer here in the design school of Teesside. And so basically we have first identified the problem. We identified a problem and then find a good solution to it. So further will explain the part.
Okay, so basically we had a problem in affordable housing, precast affordable housing in India. So we just tried to figure out and cut the cost at source without compromising on the quality of the house that can be delivered to the customer. And not just there, but being here at Teesside, we've learned a lot about
we have won a project which we call a central project, which is for the curriculum exchange, the mobility between the European universities and Asian universities. So we have invited students and faculty people to come over here and understand what we do here in CGC. What is actually the meaning of using a business model tool, and to make them understand that how Europe and especially the Danish way of working is here, and how they can bring that knowledge back through these publications, and how they can introduce this thing into their curriculum.
So I heard about this course, that teaches you about business modeling, and I was very interested in that because a couple of years ago I had my own startup that didn't work very well. So I realized that I need to buckle up and learn a lot more about this thing. So I decided that it'll be a good opportunity for me to come here and learn about business modeling and learn how other businesses work.
I'm basically new to this concept called entrepreneurship and business, and so I found this course and now I'm here.
So currently we are working on this case called Bluetown. It's a company based in Copenhagen. It's operating in Africa and India. That company basically has something called mobile hotspots concept, wherein they have a very small hotspot that can be operated via a couple of people, and that provides internet up to a small range.
If we consider India has a lot of rural areas and people there are still illiterate. So what basically we were doing today was, we considered a lot of other companies, same companies which are doing the same work like Bluetown, And then we found out some use cases which we can consider for Blue Town, because of which we can give some profit, or because of which we can give some other extra values which can benefit Blue Town.
So today we decided that as it's a first day for this particular concept, we will do as much as research as we can on the company. So we are going through their financial statements, through their manuals, and through their product, as much as we can learn about that. And we are also trying to learn what is their current model, how are they operating, and as soon as we are done with that, we'll be putting that into the B-Star.
Till now, what we have found, we have mapped basic values. Again, when we as we move on further with the research, again we'll keep on adding those points.
Yeah, so my name is Anders Fredrickson. I'm heading the Department of Business Development and Technology. What is important to us is to work with businesses and organizations in our region. We have almost all our students working with businesses and organizations in a given year. This is extremely important to us because businesses and organizations bring in real-life problems. Our students can work with these problems, and it gives them an insight into what's going to happen when they complete their studies. It's going to give them a job afterwards.
The way the course is built up is that it has a business model innovation block where the students are trained around business modeling, and then a block on technology where we have 5 different technologies that we introduce. And the course is bridging the business modeling and the technologies together. After they have done the business model block and the technology block, then we send them out to the business that has accepted to do the Technological Business Model Innovation Challenge. And then they work for 3 days, 24/7 in the business with this challenge. Then they come back and they pitch towards the management and the university their primary solution.
Our ambition is always that when a group of students has addressed a challenge from a business, that the business picks up that solution from the students and develops that further, and maybe even uses it as one of their new business models within their company.
The relationship between the cube and reality is that we want the students to connect what thoughts they have in the cube with the reality. We want them to go to make MVPs so they can go for the reality, to test what they have learned and see if it's actually applying for reality. Some of the core competence which is very important for us that the students learn is the ability to analyze, to investigate, to understand complex problem solving, and to develop good solutions for our companies.
Yes.
Just wait, I'm asking you to connect it.
Hello?
Yeah, we are there. Come.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, we are here, Sandeep.
Okay, that's okay.
Voice is on. They are muted, yeah?
We are not muted.
No, not muted.
Live session of this seminar is available on YouTube. More of your friends, faculty, students, those who are interested can also join us on YouTube. To register participants, we have already mailed the YouTube link. Good morning and good afternoon to one and all. I, Professor Vinny Nair, welcome you all for one-day seminar on International Fellowship, Masters, Ph.D. opportunities for Indian students and teachers. The title of the seminar says it all. So without wasting much of the time, let's begin with the part A. Now I request Dr. S.S. Inamdar Sir, Director CGC, India and Vice President Vishwaniketan to welcome all and give a brief idea about the central projects and UG Fellowship Program. Dr. Sandeep Inamdar Sir has been working in education for last 34 years. He has contributed with innovations like Reliance Manpower Development Program, Summer Internship, recruitment model, etc. During his tenure as Principal Director of various campuses, he contributed to conceptualization and implementation of EU projects. GIFSI, PhD program and UG fellowship, which have benefited 70 teachers for their PhD, 400 plus masters and 900 students for UG fellowship in 21 universities abroad. I think all of you are mostly in connect with him. So I request him to introduce the concept and proposed activities of UG fellowship, master programs and PhD opportunities. Now I request Dr. S.S. Inamdar Sir to kindly address the session.
Good morning and good afternoon to all dignitaries present here. I see Dr. Ramji Prasad, the inspiration of all this arena of activities. I see Professor Jido from Athens. Hi, how are you? Albena has been a very long time associate. She also is present. Yeah, hello. I think Peter Lingden, Ola also had joined long back. So I welcome you all, Professor Pulkau, Professor Agata, Robert Burton. Rob is our partner from Teesside University, UK. He's there. And in the evening, we will have Professor Sheshadri Mohan, who will be speaking specifically about master programs and PhD programs for teachers. The objective of this workshop or one-day seminar was basically to get all people together. Since last 7-8 years, all these people are working with us. So the participants are actually students, teachers, principals, and head of departments. So all that community is present. Yeah. Let me just begin a small presentation. I'm very happy because Professor Prasad, I thought he's continuously working, but I thought we should not, he may not find time to attend this program, but I'm very happy he's there. I will introduce him at my presentation end, and then I will request Professor Prasad to speak few words of blessings. This is the fellowship program. We have these all universities in collaboration. We are working since year 2013, when the first batch went to Professor Pulkau and Agata, only 28 students, and then kept on increasing. Before the year of Corona, we had 230 students, Indian students, who went there, who actually did extraordinary projects, the presentations of which you have seen just now. More importantly, there have been relationships built. You know, a student in India from a village or town from Maharashtra gets connected with Professor, Ernestina, for example, and they keep on working together after the fellowship also. So I'll just very quickly, because I know it's a paucity of time. This is 7 weeks project internship. All of you are aware, AICT, the unique body, has now made internships compulsory in engineering curriculum. But those kind of internship and this internship is different. Here you have seen the way the students have done projects. That kind of upliftment occurs in the students' work. This helps in placement, startup opportunities. And then admissions for masters. I have few examples where the student who worked with a professor in a university, the professor liked the student liked the university and professor, and immediately they enrolled for master's admission. There are students who have done masters, who have done PhD in this, in this activity inspired by CTI Global Capsule. So there are a lot of benefits. Next slide, please. We have to be fast. Next slide, please. I don't speak much about these people. Dr. Ramji Prasad, he is president of Vishwaniketan also, president of CTI Global Capsule also. We met in year 2000 and my life was changed. And I know there are 70 teachers and there are 900 students whose life has been changed by this initiative. Please go ahead. Next slide, please. Next slide. I don't want to speak about Indian education here. We all know we are extremely strong in theory, but we don't work on projects, practical. We have focus on teaching, whereas learning should be focused, and project-based learning. Yeah. One slide before, madam. One slide before. Yeah. This is the strategy vision of CTI Global Capsule India division. So the idea is the undergraduate students through undergraduate fellowship will go for 7 weeks in engineering, technology, business, architecture, design, and so many other areas. I know a student from South Indian University, I will not name, a very, very highly reputed university. He talks to me and tells me that I want to work in nuclear energy, nuclear reactor with this professor in Ukraine. Now we write to the university says, no, this professor is very big man, but his PhD student is available. So my student works with the student in nuclear reactors. Ukraine government offered him 6 months additional fellowship, and Ukraine sent him to University of Bonn in Germany for his masters with a condition that he should come back after Bonn and should work for Ukraine for 1 year. So this is UG fellowship. We have masters and PhD fellowships. We have masters, we have PhD fellowships. The teachers are generally sent abroad so that the teachers also get acquainted with the way the Europe and US teaches their students. There are 70 teachers who have completed their PhD so far from India under this umbrella and GISFI umbrella, because we had a GISFI PhD program with Bulgaria, with Ukraine, and we have European Commission projects which have also offered PhD fellowships. The idea is let the teacher also get the exposure on project-based learning, let the student also get to and then the combination works for finally, you add design to it, you add business modeling to it, and then you finally choose a career in research and development, and then you find funding and you create startups. I'm very happy to share around 14 startups have been created under this initiative. The profile of placement has dramatically improved. The students, the industry is coming to us for these students for better career opportunities. So this is the strategy. Go ahead, please. Yeah, GISFI is a standardization body. I'm proud it is the first standardization body created by Dr. Ramji Prasad. We have every 4 months, we have an event of GISFI, and I invite, the next event is on 1st and 2nd and 3rd of March. It is in Bangalore. So here we discuss about standards. Here we discuss about research, development, PhDs and project-based learning and so many things. We have completed 4 European Commission projects, and that is one good opportunity for engineering colleges. If they join this umbrella, slowly you will find that their mechanisms, their potential improves such a way that they can participate in EU projects also. We have created project-based learning center of excellence and business modeling center of excellence. We have so far worked with 12 institutions, and 20,000 students today work under umbrella of project-based learning. So the idea is Indian education, especially engineering education, focuses only on engineering or technology. We want to add design and business modeling together to give it a really meaningful, outcome. An engineer who is supplemented with design and business modeling is more useful. That is how we look at it. Indian research, product development, and collaborative, of course. 2 startups have been created by, involving a European professor and students in India. So we are global by that way. Go ahead. This is Dr. Vikas Shinde. He works for Project-Based Learning Center of Excellence of Vishwaniketan, and we have a complete team dedicated to help institutions to work on project-based learning. Go ahead. This is Business Modeling Center of Excellence. These teachers have been trained directly by Professor Peter Lingden and Professor Ramji Prasad in the B lab of Aarhus University, Denmark. We have created a lab here, probably the first lab in India, and many will follow. But the idea is the students are trained on business modeling. Go ahead. This is all the way. Go ahead, please. Yeah, this is, you can refer this presentation afterwards also. But the idea is we invite you, Indian students, to participate in this program because we want the student learning should be improved. The teachers' usefulness should improve and all that. Go ahead. Go ahead. This was the meeting. This is the meeting of the central project led by Professor Albena in absence of Professor Ramji Prasad in Thailand. So this kind of, interaction occurs between experts in the world and the work is carried out. Go ahead. Next slide. Yeah. Yeah. These are few pictures where the teachers from all across the world and the Indian students gel with each other, work with each other, create long-term, relationships. So there are a lot of pictures. Go ahead fast, one by one fast. This is Ukraine. Go ahead. This is AIT. Yes, AIT. Go ahead. This is Little Rock, University of Arkansas. This is Ernestina, Rome. Go ahead. Ural Federal University. Go ahead. These are dynamics. Just to inform you, 231 students last year. Many a times, Indian parents ask me, shall I send my girl student, my daughter to this fellowship? So we purposely have shown that yellow color indicating the participation from girls. Go ahead. Yeah, what do's and don'ts. Team India, no region, no religion. Passport visa, you learn a lot in the international travel, staying there, preparing food, cleaning the, kitchen, working hard in the universities, working in a team together. The fellowship happens this way. On the first day you reach, probably 15th of June, there'll be induction. The teachers will show you laboratories and they will tell you what kind of projects can happen. And then you choose a project, start working. The projects list indicative is available on website. You can see the list of projects and you simply choose a project and start working. We purposely make arrangements where the complete India comes together. So maybe a South Indian students will stay with Bombay students. So, that all works that way. It is a discipline program. I am very happy. For last 7 years, we have sent 900 students and not a single event where there was a problem of indiscipline, of non-cooperation. Everything was fantastically done. We take care of name of CTI Global Capsule and all the universities who are working with it. Go ahead. Yeah. Dedication, approach to work, time deadlines, appointments, respect with heart, professional communication. What happens is the students start working. Indian students are habituated for, a great help from teachers and guidance, spoon feeding. Here, the teachers will just guide You have to take their appointment. You have to meet them. They'll give you time, but you will have to work yourself. I think self-learning is the biggest thing which students learn in this fellowship program. And what I say, it's my, I like that statement. If the guide has given you 1 kilo project, you do 3 kilo. You add your innovation. And the more you add innovation, it makes huge sense to your project. I've seen in every university for all last years, the students prepare Indian food and they invite all the professors in their residences for an evening party. And that food and that party is very successful. I think that's all I wish to say. Thank you very much to assist me to show the presentation. The next job for me is to introduce Professor Ramji Prasad. I don't want to formally introduce him. I will just say few things about him. He's a very big scientist for the world. Yeah, his biodata you can read. But for me, he is father of this all vision. I have seen Professor Prasad at this age coming 4 times in India out of all his busy schedule to work for India and to get India connected with the world. Professor Prasad, the achievements are very big, and there are 900 students, 70 teachers whose life has been changed. I think, purpose of what we discussed, we have been discussing for so many years, has started taking shape. Now let us grow this vision so that Indian student and Indian teachers are more benefited. With this note, I would request Professor Prasad to offer a few words of his wisdom. Request you, Professor Prasad.
Okay, so good morning from Athens and good afternoon to India and good morning to all European colleagues. My agenda has been very, very tight. Thanks to Dido, who motivated me to attend at least 2 minutes this event and continue my meetings for which I have come to Athens. So Dido, thank you very much. And when she said, I knew I was aware of this event, but my agenda was so tight that I had no plan to attend it. But it is good I'm hearing. And Sandeep already has explained very clearly what is the purpose of this event. But with the Sandeep leadership, it has grown quite good. And I can see my colleagues from Bulgaria, from Denmark, from Ukraine, from UK and other countries. They are present here. I heard also that Sasadri will also attend this event at the evening Indian time. That's great. So I wish all the best, a very successful event. I'm sorry I will not be able to attend all. I will not be will be able to hear the talks of my good friends. What is his name? Let me recollect. So of course, let me recollect my good friend from Bulgaria. Don't mind. I'm good in
Professor Pulkov and Agata.
Vladimir, no, I never call him Pulkov. Vladimir, thank you very much for having it, and I will not be able to attend your talk. Peter, I'm sorry, and other colleagues also. But I'm sure it will be a successful event, and we'll continue our collaboration globally. And keep it up, Sandeep, and there will be great success. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. S.S. Inamdar, sir, and a very special thanks to the patron, not only for today's program, but our patron forever, Dr. Ramji Prasad, sir. Thank you so much. Now it's time to listen to Dr. Albena Mihoska. You are Central Project Coordinator, Aarhus University, Denmark. Dr. Albena Mihoska is currently teaching a first semester course in the BSc and GMM programs. You are with the Department of Business Development and Technology, Aarhus BSS, Aarhus University since February 2017. You have strong collaboration skills and a large international research network. During 1999 to 2001, you were appointed to the EU-funded project under FP4 Acts as part of the technical team. You are a member of IEEE and IDA. So now, I invite Dr. Albena Mihoska, ma'am, to address the gathering.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Of course, we are in different time zones. I have some slides I would like to share. So may I do that?
Yes, you will be transferred the right just now. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I think it's this one. I, of course, under the coordinatorship of Professor Ramji Prasad, I'm also handling this project central. And I have been very happy with the collaboration we have established. This is an Erasmus Plus funded project. And we have the goal to strengthen and build capacity in higher education in various countries in Asia. And therefore, as you see, our list of participants are organizations from Europe, which are Aarhus University, Technical University of Sofia, with the colleagues available here, and then University of Malaga in Spain. Then we have the Vishwaniketan and Kolhapur Institute of Technology from India. We have two universities or institutes from Pakistan, and also two from Thailand. So it has been a very fruitful collaboration that started in January 2019. And the goal of this project was, of course, to strengthen the academic curricula. And we have been designing courses. Maybe some of you also participated in our summer school that was held last July. And you have been evaluating our design program and courses. And we have been also adapting according to the received feedback and evaluations. And the goal is, of course, what Professor Inamdar said, is to provide opportunities to have more practical knowledge, building knowledge through projects, through hands-on experience, not only from listening to lectures, but to applying this knowledge in practical situations, and also collaborating with companies, which is, I saw some videos beforehand, and you heard our head of department. Yes, we do, our students do have projects with companies, and this is part of the mandatory curricular courses. So they need to apply their knowledge obtained through the courses into a practical situation and provide some solution to a challenge a company, a business is facing. Actually, I have been supervising many students. It has been a very rewarding experience because the knowledge the students build, actually, I have been also building for myself some knowledge about how companies operate. So it is a very fruitful process. As I said, we have had some mobilities within the Project Central that, however, were prevented to be explored in full due to the pandemic and the lockdowns. But we do have 1 year extension exactly so that we can complete these mobilities. We had a large team visiting Aarhus University in July 2019. June, July, and some of the videos that you saw in the beginning of this program today, they were actually recorded there during this visit. We have had some minor mobilities. We had also, of course, a visit to Thailand, but the main mobilities will happen now. And the goal of the project is to support not only staff mobility, but also administrative staff, research staff, and also some students mobility, so that on different locations in Europe in particular, you can get hands-on experience how things are done at our university and bring back the knowledge to your university. The program that we have designed is meant to be 70% online, and we have a Moodle platform that has been established, and it has been done jointly. This is also the Moodle platform we used during the summer school back in July. This is 30% of the courses are meant to be as physical presence. And the goal is also to have this program integrated into the curricula and of the participating organizations, but also expand this beyond in the respective countries and to other organizations. So this is our goal. This is, as I said, what the project is about. This is a snapshot of our first meeting in Thailand of the consortium. and we have been having online events during this course. But I would like to say, because I think it may be useful for some of you that would like to seek mobility and internships and projects through the Erasmus Plus project. As I said, the Erasmus Plus project Central is a project in the framework of the capacity building for higher education. And these are, of course, transnational cooperation projects. They are based on these multilateral partnerships. And we have primarily higher education institutions from the EU member states, but also from other countries that are not member of the EU. And in this case, of course, our project is targeting Asia and Asian organizations. And you see that the objectives are to modernize or help modernize, internationalize, and increase access to higher education for these countries, also address some challenges that usually are identified during the course of proposal writing. Also increase the cooperation with the EU, and I think that this, what we have had also within the frames of CTF Global Capsule GISP programs has been very rewarding, because a lot of good cooperations have been established with good outcome of PhD graduates, and also joint publications of benefits not only to these people that came to mobility, but also for us as staff at the respective EU organizations. So it has been a rewarding experience. And of course, both sides, I hope, at least from my side, I can say that we learn a lot also about how things are done in your countries. And we also learn from this, because for us, this is also a kind of intercultural experience, so that we can also expand our reach and adapt some of our methods so that we can reach a larger audience and be of similar help and have high quality of teaching as well by learning about such details. So there are opportunities under Erasmus Plus, and I have this, of course, presentation will be made available, so you can access the links and get more details. But there is about 26 billion euro budget for the Erasmus Plus program 2021-2027. And there are opportunities for mobility and cooperation, both on an individual basis, if you want to pursue that, or a basis of this multilateral organization cooperations, similar to the Project Central. And of course, if you are looking to take part by yourself, you will probably need to apply through your respective organization. And you can also check if they are applying for a project grant, or you can explore this Erasmus Plus app. So this is a link which can lead you there. And there you can see what actually inspires you and what is good for you and fit for you. So we have several opportunities, as I mentioned, within Erasmus Plus. This link, the main link, will lead you to these opportunities, and these are the separate links for applying as an individual or applying as an organization. And you can get familiar with all the principles. I will not go into details because we are also a bit restricted with time. But that is how you can seek this mobility and internships, or master program projects internships within Europe. There is the Erasmus program is really supporting a lot staff mobility, administrative staff, technical staff, research staff, also students mobility. There is a lot of student exchange where students come from other EU member countries for 1 month or 1 semester, and they get some hands-on experience about how things are done in a different organization. They may choose also to pursue a master degree through this Erasmus Plus just for the last semester or the last 2 semesters for the project. So we have had experience with this, and this is possible when some Erasmus cooperation memorandum of understandings there, or contracts there signed between the respective organizations, and the European Erasmus program is funding such mobility. And so these links here are for you from outside of Europe to find out how you can apply for such mobility, internships, traineeships, whatever. And I hope that you will also seek such opportunities for yourself. Mobility, of course, has been a part of the Erasmus Plus objectives for a long time. And previously I was, together with Professor Prasad as well, employed by Aalborg University, where we had the Erasmus Mundus program, and with a lot of these graduates from this program, we still have good cooperations. And this was, of course, something that was supporting education, academic education of individuals from outside the EU member states. This was a very successful program, and of course this now has been continuing through adapting and improving the program and the mobility objectives of the Erasmus Plus program. But the basic component, this mobility component, it is meant to enable higher education students to study for part of their degree or to pursue a traineeship in a European or other associated country. And also it is meant to support teacher and staff mobility and to promote transnational cooperation through projects, and this is also through various universities also across Europe. So this program has a very large span, and actually it's if you go to the websites, you will find a lot of information, and you're also always welcome to contact me or any of my colleagues as well with direct questions if you have such. So I understood that this is about more how students can be supported. So you can see that there is, of course, specific action that supports students' mobility. This is this mobility of individuals, and the link is in one of the previous slides where you can get all the details. But basically, the opportunities provided are meant to allow a student to pursue an internship for a certain period abroad at a higher education institution or another particular organization. And the receiving institution, that means the host. So, for example, if you come to Aarhus University, this means Aarhus University should be a program country higher education institution that has been awarded with an Erasmus Charter for higher education. So this is very important that you select such organization, because otherwise you will not be eligible to pursue this through the Erasmus Plus program. So students that apply and granted such funds, they may spend this traineeship period of minimum 2 months at the receiving institution. And of course, you will receive a grant, and there are certain rules to how these costs are reimbursed, which are all available through this link that I provided to you. So I hope that this would inspire you and has given you some additional information on how to seek this exchange collaboration through the Erasmus Plus program. As I said, please feel free to contact me with questions. Of course, we have also a lot of information about our project Central, so you can find us on Twitter. I have not given the links, unfortunately, but I'm sure if you go to Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, you will find our presence there, also LinkedIn. So you can get some information about the activities. We have been very active with various workshops, events, and conferences. And you can also get in touch with some of my colleagues also through these social media platforms, or directly through the websites where all contacts are available. So this is it. I don't know if there are any questions, but I'm concluding my presentation with this. So thank you for listening. I will stop sharing my slides.
Thank you, Dr. Elvina Mihovska, ma'am, for addressing the gathering and sharing such a valuable information. We'll move on to part B, opportunity for UG fellowship, project-based summer internship in university abroad. Now it's time to listen Dr. Peter Lindgren, Aarhus University, Denmark. Dr. Peter Lindgren holds a full professorship in multi-business model and technology innovation at Aarhus University, Denmark, business development and technology innovation, and is vice president of CTIF Global Capsule. He is founder of the multi-business model innovation approach. He is coordinator of www.greenbiz.eu and researcher at EU projects. He is director of CTIF Global Capsule, MBIT Research Center at Aarhus University, Business Development and Technology, and is member of Research Committee at Aarhus University, BSS. He is co-founder of 5 startup business amongst others, research interest, multi-business model innovation brains, green business model innovation. So now I invite Dr. Peter Lindgren to address the gathering.
Hello, good morning. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Professor Peter.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, same. I was just thinking about if I could share my screen.
Yeah. You will be given that authority.
Good. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Good. So I just put it in. Yes. So thank you very much for letting me having this opportunity to talk. And I'm looking, as always, very much forward to soon be able to travel to India again. So hopefully. This spring will let us have the opportunity to do this. I think what Albena has already told you is a lot of the details around what opportunities there is for mobility. So what my speak is more about is to give you some concrete examples on how we are working in the CDC Aarhus part, but together with all the rest of the CDC divisions worldwide. So just for, I'll just see if I can, maybe it's a little bit, I'll just move it a little bit out here. So CTIF Global Capsule is placed several places around the globe, and I have the opportunity to be vice president of CTIF Global Capsule, and you have all. Is it okay with speak and slides? Okay.
Yes, everything is fine.
Good. And we are at the moment about 16 divisions worldwide. And what is special with the division is that it's open, so we can open as. Oh, there's an echo going on here. Okay, and then these divisions are meant to be open, so those who are members can come anytime. At least that's how we are working here from Aarhus University, CTIF Global Capsule. So we are welcoming very much students from all over the world to come and visit our lab. We follow the same vertical and horizontal research thematic areas that you already are able to see at the CTIF Global Capsule. So I hope that everybody have had an opportunity to go in and have a look on what thematic areas that we are working on together. So it's a global organization where we are working and researching and teaching together. And if you have any questions, you just can go and direct and have a talk with those that are running the different areas. So my area is primarily on the multi-business model and technology, and I'm trying to take care of the business around CDC, but amongst that also multi-business model innovation technologies, global entrepreneurship, entrepreneur and entrepreneurial program. I am also responsible for building up the techno business infrastructure. So I'll come a little bit back to that. We are working at the moment on getting an overview of what do we actually have of different fundraising and proposals. I think Albena mentioned it already that we have several projects and proposals going on. Then we have event and conferences, and then of course we have the membership promotion also, and we are trying to grow the membership of this organization. So just to let you know a little bit about where Chief Global Capital Aarhus University is placed. We are 5 faculties at Aarhus University, and this department is one out of 5 departments in the business social science. But what is interesting with us is that we have a very large engineering study part and research. I think actually it's larger than the business and social science. So this department is very special because we have both the business and we have the engineering. And then CDC Aarhus University is one out of 3 research centers under 2 sectors. And we run several journals and participate in these, and we have several labs also that I will come a little bit back to in a few seconds. So here you see a picture or some pictures of the lab here in Chief Global Capital Aarhus University. We have about 800 square meters of combined office, labs, workshop rooms. You can see the picture in the middle. We have here several consultants and researchers and municipalities that are trained in this particular part. It was green business models, and we have a lot of activities, and Albena mentioned in 2019 we have this exchange, and you see in the lower right corner, you see some of the students that participated around a 7-week stay here at our lab. And what is important for me to say is that we nearly always work with businesses. So if anybody wants to travel to CDC Aarhus University, you must be okay with that. You are going to work with real businesses and not just in the lab, but out at the businesses. So I will talk a little bit more about that. We have several labs, drone lab, 60 knowledge home lab. We do a lot of experiment on digital twin. We have, of course, the Embed lab where we do a lot of experiments and training with the different kinds of business models. We have a lot of PhDs. We have, I think, nearly every month, maybe even every 3 weeks, we have seminars, webinars, and both physical and hybrid. And everybody are welcome to participate. Here you see a picture a little bit more detailed. Maybe you have seen it before, but this is a typical arrangement around a challenge. We call it TBMI, Technological Business Model Innovation Channels. And there's also some videos out there, but these students here from the central project were actually working for a business just nearby that were producing machines that could take, for example, waste up from sugar plant production, and this could be changed into biogas and fertilizer instead of just being dumped. And they were here, you can see they're trying to work on a special table to figure out what kind of business models could be created around this. And then we go all the way from technical, finding out how this can be done, to what is the business, CapEx and OpEx, how can we promote it, and all those things. These labs comes in different versions. So right now in Vishwaniketan, you have actually some generation that is, I think it's actually one generation back, where it's mainly physical tools included. But you can see here there are room for 5 participants and 1 coach, or it could be at the yellow chair a business that has a challenge, and then the 5 it could be students. It could also be a management group. They work together on finding out what kind of business models can be innovated, maybe changed, and it's meant these small labs that we have about near to 37 worldwide. We want to go for about 50 before we go out of 2021. And these labs, we have, probably already Ambut Kumar. He's main responsible for, together with Purnima Lala, to connect all these so we can actually start to work across the labs independent of COVID-19 virus and so on. So this is our ambition, and we hope to do the first experiments next year. We follow, and this is also what we are training those who come to the lab, and we are now negotiating with Vishwaniketan how we can do this also in India. But the thing is that we want to train very careful all in a specific a process on how you can do multi-business model innovation. So we follow a 7-step process, and then we go one by one, and we train very carefully the coaches, the students on this, and of course always with a challenge from different businesses. Here you see an example of a business. It's in the robot area, business ecosystem, and you see some students here standing in with the CEO of the business and talking about what is the challenge and what thoughts do the business have, and then afterwards they normally would work in the business for some days. It's very popular that they stay there maybe for 3 days, working together close with the management and the technical people and business people. And then afterwards, you see there in the middle, you see that the supervisors, they come and tell and give supervising, and then we have finally a judgment jury coming in. all the tools can be used so that you can get a visual picture of what is going on, and what is in pipeline. You can see on the left side to be business models, and what is already operating, and how are they doing. So red area, light red area is where you measure that the business model are losing money for the business, and in the green area they are earning money. So let me make a little bit more concrete. I hope everybody will stop me because I can continue to talk 24 hours on this. But our Prime Minister, as you see here on the right side, she's very much pushing all in Denmark to go for more green business models. And she has made a very ambitious plan that she has discussed with India and Modi, and this is something that we have taken up in our lab. So we are working on green business models at the moment, which is a part of the SDG 17 goals, not all, because we are mostly looking into limited areas of green, what we think is green, environmental related. So how can we diminish use of material and resources? How can we come up with using better material and resources? How can we create less waste? How can we reuse or use waste in the future? How can we diminish pollution, amongst others CO2? And we are looking very much into the atmosphere, soil, water, and diversity in a circular mode. So here is two of my Ph.D. students, Emma Ek, she's sitting in Sweden, and Rita sitting here in our lab. And what you also have to know is that what you also have to know is that most of the researchers, I have about 40 researchers, are sitting all over the world. And here you see the team on green business modeling, mostly representing researchers in the Nordic countries, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. And we are all collaborating on this project to have 60 businesses to have more green business models. And we are using the labs, working in them, and so on. Just finally, I would like to give you some examples of what we are working with. So this is a lady that is a CEO of a business that recycles used cars. And what we have done here in our research group is that we have split up several cars in their factory or business. And then we have tried to find out what kind of materials were inside, what can be reused, what can be used for other things. And this has been a very, very interesting and very intensive process. Another thing that we are doing is we are having sensors placed in different businesses that send directly to our lab by every 5 minutes, measurements on electricity use down to a single business, green and black energy, temperature, heat, gas consumption, and all this. And we are, together with our students and PhDs, we are analyzing on how can we help the business to be better. Then I also wanted to show you a picture of a Swedish. It's a new project that we are have just entered. So all these businesses that you see here It's mainly in fish industry, biogas plants, and so on. They are all working in a business value network. And here we are studying the different technology and business models and trying to see if we can have 5 and maybe 6G technology to help understand better what is going on here. Here you see another picture of this. I won't go into details, but we are actually working with some of the largest fish industries in Europe. But many other things, even startup that comes out of it as a spin out. And you can see we are getting data all the time on what is going on in the plants and so on. So highly interesting. The last one I want to show is a project called Green Lab. And on the left side, you see the sketches and a place where it was meant to be set up in 2017. We have been deeply involved in that, and you can see the managers of different businesses looking at the picture of a sketch of the business model they wanted to create. And here down at the right side, you can see how it looks like right now. It has just got an EU fund for, I think it's about 220 million Danish kroner. And many businesses are coming in on different parts. One of the businesses is a business called Quantafuel, and they are actually taking used plastic and change it into different new business models. And you can see there are some very interesting businesses involved, amongst others Shell and so on. This is the newest thing that is going on at Green Lab, and we are also involved in it. And you see here some businesses that are working on a very, very large experiment on a new kind of energy and so on. And last but not least, maybe a little bit more over to Albena's area, a digital twin of whole plants, and this Quantafuel is actually looking into if new places where they can set up factories, and here of course digital twin would be extremely important. So I think I'll stop here with my talk. I hope that you see a lot of possibilities, and we are looking very much forward to see you soon here in CDC Lab in Aarhus University. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Peter. It was again wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. There are some questions probably. The chat box has been opened for 5 minutes. So if anybody has a query for these sessions, whatever occurred, and then we will answer all those queries. There's one query which I read, which is about considering the possibility of cancellation due to Corona pandemic. If one cannot go to UG fellowship, can a student go directly for masters? Definitely yes, but our experience is when you go and work for 7 weeks, and if the professor likes you, the chances of getting scholarships, for example, in Arkansas's Little Rock, students have been invited with 80. Choice is yours. Choice is yours. Can somebody read the questions?
There are a few other questions. What are the exams we need to give for PhD admission in foreign university?
There is no examination. In fact, examination for PhD study itself is a humor. It all depends on the field which you want to choose. The guide is interested in your study, they both decide that they will work for next 3 years, and that is how the PhD registration is made. Generally what happens is a teacher from India or industry person from India, they contact us, we request them to write a proposal, research proposal, maybe 7-8 pages with expected outcome. This proposal is circulated to all our network, and from network we find, anybody, any guide who is interested, and then there's a process of interview online, and the pleasant experience is there's no administrative delays. If your proposal is accepted and you give your online interview nicely, if your guide is, your PhD program starts. This is explanation about the PhD program.
There is another question. What if students already have a project of own to build?
That's a great news. If you see, this fellowship is not like committed syllabus. My experience is the students who select a project from the website, he goes there, he looks at the labs, professors, and he may choose a completely different project, and that is allowed. So the freedom to choose project is there. The freedom to work more also is allowed. You must have seen there are students who have done three projects in 7 weeks. So it all is student's initiative and his capability to work. It is not restricted by any rule. The project list on the website has been uploaded for every university. If you see the project list, actually you have an idea of what kind of projects this university is offering. I always suggest, don't choose a university, choose a project. For example, if you go today, the professor is not here, but we have Avignon University in France. They have a fantastic lab, only lab approved by government of France for telecommunications. I think 5G and 6G. Now we have 20 positions available there where students can go and work in 5G and 6G. So this fellowship is as per global standards where the students' interest and willingness to work matters much, much more than any rule. I hope I have answered your question.
There's one more question. To whom institutes can approach for availing these type of facilities which will be provided to students and staff?
Yeah, we have sent contacts and emails and phone numbers of 2 coordinators from CGC division, Vishwaniketan. Mrs. Pallavi Dongre, she's our teacher in Civil Engineering Department, and Mrs. Hirani, Jasmine Hirani, she's from Electronics Communication Department. They too will be your contact point, and I also am available on WhatsApp and messages. I request these 2 teachers to put their numbers, phone numbers and email IDs in the chat box. So you can contact, you can visit us. We are absolutely enthusiastic to help any student, any teacher, any institution. In the chat section, Professor Pallavi Dongre and Jasmine Madam, please add your, yes, thank you.
There is a question from YouTube Live. What if I have the prototype and business plan to just need help and connection to convert it to a live startup? It's kind of different approach than this. So that's why I'm asking it.
That's a great news. What I have seen is, because I have experiences of 3-4 students with the same mindset and thinking. I advised them to go to Denmark, and their business model was completely changed. It became more global, it became more deep, and it became more accurate. I personally have visited B Lab. Vishwaniketan has a B Lab donated by Aarhus University. And I'm telling you, the experience of developing a business model, probably that kind of approach is not available in India. What exactly you call business model also is important. My idea about it, which I have learned from Aarhus, is you actually become very precise in planning and creating a business plan for at least 10 years with global exposure. That is how it works. So think about it.
There is one more question, again from YouTube Live. I will be passing out in 2022 engineering. So I am eligible for UG fellowship program or not?
He can go in June 15. There are few universities who accept the credits of UG fellowship 7 weeks work in their master's credits. So it is always better to go to the university, stay there for 7 weeks, explore the university, look at the professors, and then choose will be accordingly incorporated in your master program. So that is a very big opportunity. Instead of going straight for masters in a university, you have explored the university, you have seen the university, and that helps more. Next
One more question. I am a civil engineering student, currently in 3rd year. Which university can I go?
You have to just see the website vishwaniketan.edu.in, search the projects. Poland is available for civil engineering. Italy is available. I think Athens also should be able to offer that. Teesside University is definitely there. So you have to see the project list and choose your university. We will give you guidance. If you contact us, we can guide you on mail or WhatsApp how you should choose the university.
There is one more question.
Mehul, sorry to interrupt you. Let's make this the last one. Yeah?
Okay. So the question is, I want to know if there is a fellowship program for 6 months so that I can show it as a project for 8th semester.
I couldn't hear you. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, I want to know if there is a fellowship program for 6 months so that I can show it as a project for 8th semester.
It is not yet considered because the cost of the program for 6 months, I think will not be able to be afforded. So I think you should work there for 7 weeks, come back, keep working, and create a fantastic project for yourself. That is the way I can see for you. Because there are many students who have continued their project, extended their project in a very big way, working 2 years on that and created startups. So it's a process where you start a project, take inspiration, take guidance from Europe, US, keep on working. Your guide in Europe and US will be happy to inform you further, and with their help you can develop a project and you can develop a complete product and business. That all is possible. I think the further questions in the want of time should be shifted after next session. I request all my European and American friends, please watch your time because otherwise we'll be delayed. With that request, I hand over it to the coordinator. Thank you very much. There are 13 questions still in chat box. We'll take them after these sessions are over.
Thank you so much, sir, for addressing the questions. Thank you, Dr. Peter Lindgren, for sharing such a valuable information. Students, there's a link provided in the chat box. All students kindly go through the link and kindly update the information required. Now it's time to listen from Professor Olha Vakrina, Poznan University of Technology, Poland. Professor Olha Vakrina is International Cooperation Specialist, Polish-Ukrainian Cooperation Coordinator, a member of the Admission Board of PUT Summer School Coordinator. So now I invite Professor Olha Vakrina, ma'am, to address the gathering.
Hello, everyone. Do you hear me well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First of all, greetings from Poland, greetings from Poznan University of Technology. And it's an honor for me to be a part of this great conference. So during my presentation, I would like to present our university and the possibilities for students, for bachelor and master students within summer school and international fellowship. Will you give me the right to share the screen?
It has been given.
Does it work? Yeah. Well, is it okay now? Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So some words about our city. Poznan is the capital city of Wielkopolska region. So it has about 500,000 of citizens, and the location of our city between Warsaw and Berlin gives really good possibilities for being most investive and attractive city in Poland. You see here our city and the localization of the city. It's really a good localization to be the most economically developed, and it gives us the possibility to be the most economically developed region for our city and for our region. Well, being the capital of Wielkopolska region, Poznan is at the same time city of education, business and culture. There are more than 25 universities, state and private universities, with a number of students more than 5,000. Well, as being a business capital of Wielkopolska region, Poznan gives a lot of opportunities from our investment companies which are located in Poznan region for our graduates. I would like to make a stress on the fact that the lowest unemployment rate in Poland is in our city, so it's 1.3%. Poznan is great in its culture development, and it gets a lot of such very famous things like International Theatre Festival Malta, like Chopin Festival and International Trade Fair. As for our university, it has more than 100 history. So being established in 1919 as a state higher school of mechanical engineering. So Poznan has developed to the most attractive and popular university among the leading technical universities in Poland, and is really one of the most recognized landmarks of the region. Well, with its 100 years experience of engineering education, Poznan University of Technology has proven itself as a high-quality institution for international students. It offers a really wide and rich educational offer, at the same time with cost-effective tuition fees, not only at the university but at the city as well. So it is the second most popular university in Poland, according to the Ministry of Science and Higher Education. Poznan University of Technology. So we have 9 faculties, about 15,000 students, 39 fields of study in Polish, 13 master programs in English, 7 bachelor programs in English. More than 300 laboratories open their doors for our students. Well, what are the faculties and what is the educational offer of our university for undergraduate programs and master programs? So the Faculty of Architecture, the Faculty of Civil and Transport Engineering, the Faculty of Control, Robotics and Electrical Engineering, Faculty of Computing and Telecommunications, Faculty of Materials Engineering and Technical Physics, Faculty of Environmental Engineering and Energy, Faculty of Engineering Management, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, and Faculty of Chemical Technology. Bachelor programs in English are available for international students in architecture, automatic control and robotics, electronics and telecommunications, engineering management, chemical technology, sustainable building engineering, and artificial intelligence. Master Engineering, Master of Science is available in such specialties as architecture, automation and robotics, chemical technology, civil engineering, with a specialization in structural engineering, civil engineering with specialization in construction engineering management, electronics and telecommunications, engineering management with specialization in managing enterprise with the possibility of double degree with University of Lille in France. New specialty is sustainable transport, construction and exploration of means of transport with specialization in product engineering, computing, mechatronics, product lifecycle engineering, as well a new field of study, and logistics. Our offer for the doctoral school is practically the same specialties. You may see it on my slide: architecture and urban planning, automation, electronics and electrical engineering, information and communication technology, civil engineering and transport, materials engineering, mechanical engineering, environmental engineering, mining and energy, chemical sciences, management and quality studies. So the cost of studies at our university for bachelor studies is about 1,200 euro, and for the first semester, and 1,000 euro each for each next. For the master study, it's 1,600 euros and 1,400 euros next. So the cost of living on this slide, it shows so the state of living in our city, and you see it's not high prices. Well, speaking about the campus of our university, it is situated on Varta River. It is called Varta Campus, and it is 10 minutes from the old market center. Well, the university is really has a really good location according to the city center localization and according to picturesque scenery. Well, you see on this slide our university campus with its facilities. Poznan University of Technology has buildings which are built on smart technologies. PUT dormitories offer their 2,200 places with access to internet, modern student canteen, and other facilities for study and work. There is a very good opportunity for our students to be engaged into different kind of sports, and more than 40 sport sections are available for our students, indoors and outdoors. Well, you see, being our student is really very interesting. It's not boring. It's not boring because it's not only theory and sitting at the desk at the lectures. First of all, our students are engaged in a lot of projects and in a lot of scientific circles. That's why every year we have different achievements of our students together with our professors in many fields of study, architecture, informatics, electronics, telecommunications, robotics, and their achievements are really well recognized, and our students are awarded by different prizes. Well, here you may see our students of architecture with awarded some degrees, European degrees in their achievements in architecture. Well, here is our scientific circle, which is engaged in aerospace design. They are really very rich and productive in their designing. And speaking about this circle, this academic aviation club, they got in 2018 3 gold medals at California, at Los Angeles. So the next proud of our university is Put Motorsport team. And these guys, they are engaged in designing bolide. This year, in 2021, it was already the 7th edition of this bolide. And it is a joint work of the students of different faculties. The Faculty of Civil Engineering and Transport, the Faculty of Electronics and Telecommunications, Automation, Control and Robotics. So it's their joint work and their joint success. Well, here you may see the Soumya Totambeti from India, who was recognized in 2017 as the best international student in Poland, and she was awarded the scholarship by the Ministry of Education and Science, New Technologies for Women. Our university has its own aviation training center, and we have our own field for flights. So the students may train their skills in flying, in controlling and managing the planes. On the next slide, you may see our laboratories. Really, we are proud of the equipment of our laboratories, and it gives our students really fantastic opportunities to combine theory and practice and to work on their practical skills in fantastic laboratories equipped by really modern technique. Well, here you may see aeroplane engines and high voltage laboratories of our university, which are available, which are open for our students. Well, we have really very good cooperation with the industry companies, and why I'm speaking about this, because our industrial partners, they are providing such kind of education as dual education. It means combining of study and work. So the students may study some days a week and work at our enterprises, and they may improve their skills and competences in real practice. So among our industrial partners are Volkswagen, Delphi, Philips Lighting, seat manufacturer, Age Solutions, Solaris Company, IBM, and so on. The university has more than 400 bilateral agreements with the different European universities, and not only, and it gives our students the possibility to spend one semester or 1 year with our Erasmus projects, with our Erasmus programs. Well, really for today we have students from more than 60 countries, and students from India are the most quantitative at our university, so they are more than 40. We have some agreements with India universities, but the most productive is, of course, our cooperation with Vishwaniketan. Well, the students may choose full-time studies at our university at bachelor, master, or PhD level. They may come to our university with Erasmus Plus programs for a semester or for a year, and they may come for our university without exchange international agreements. Usually we present our university at educational fairs, and the last educational fair was in Mumbai, Chennai, Bangalore, and New Delhi. So my colleagues visited the universities in these countries and met with the potential candidates and present our educational offer. So within underground fellowship program, Vishwaniketan Poznan University of Technology was recognized in 2019, and from that time we have got really successful cooperation within our summer schools, short trainings for Indian students. The first edition of summer school was in 2019, and 14 students of bachelor and master programs were engaged in such specialties as construction, electrical, and transport engineering specialties. The aim of our summer school is the education through the implementation into projects carried out by young engineers from India. The practical value is, of course, the improvement of knowledge and skills in the fields for the future career development of the students. Well, summer school in 2019 was very rich in its program and contest for the incoming students. Well, it were not only lectures and classes, it were, of course, the laboratory works, and it was a rich cultural program and visit to the industrial partners where the students could so had the opportunity to practice some important things in the chosen specialties. Well, the next edition within Vishwaniketan was online training program in architecture. And nevertheless, it was online, it was really effective and successful. So the topic of this program was contextual architecture from European point of view, case study city Poznan. So the students had the opportunity to study the potential of urban land and optimization of spaces, the development of appropriate architectural forms, grouping, composition, and studied the spaces required for various activities. Well, I should say that for the coming time, for future, we have a really very rich proposition from our faculties, and now I would like to get acquainted you with the new offer of our university. I think you will like it, and maybe you will make a choice in favor of Poznan University of Technology. So the first faculty and first proposition I would like to introduce to you is from the Faculty of Engineering Management. So the topic you may join is Strategic Management Workshop based on Smart Build Company case study. You see, the smart building sector is really growing rapidly, and this workshop is dedicated for those students who want to play managerial roles or who want to create their own startup and develop it. The aim of this workshop is to master the skill of designing the entire strategy development process, from mission statement to strategic control. The strategy will be developed based on case study of real company doing business in smart building sector. The next proposition is from the Faculty of Control Robotics and Electrical Engineering, and it is for those who are interested in software. So the topic of this offer is Internet of Things application. Well, it's really rich and very interesting program, which may be to develop your skills from simple application for a mobile device, allowing remote management of a selected item connected to the global network. Then it is aimed to develop a device enabling communication with other objects on the internet, and it will prepare the user interface for remote management of one and several objects. Our young but very prospective Dr. Dominique Luchak will engage those who join these projects in making different things, applications, web applications on the base of Linux system, applications for mobile devices, web interface, and so on and so forth. You may see the content of this program on your screen, and if you are interested, I may send you the details of this program to study. The next opportunity is for those who are interested in optical metrology. It's a unique course proposed by the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering of Poznan University of Technology. Well, such things as laser interferometry, holography and sharography measurements, white light systems and photogrammetry measurements. So they will be available for those who are interested in optical measurement systems. So you are welcome, because you will improve your knowledge in production, in measurement systems for qualified production, evaluation of elements and tools manufacturing in machine, car, aviation, and plastic processing industries. Well, the next proposition, yes, is the same proposition with some details, because the teachers make an accent on the lectures, and of course it will be laboratory classes, including measurement data processing by the students. So the course will include principal work and construction of lasers used in optical measurement systems, well, current light interfere phenomenon, interferometry for geometrical quantities measurements, digital holography microscopy, optical measurements of surface roughness and topography in nanometer scale, and Mach Zehnder interferometer for non-destructive testing applications. The next proposition is from the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering, and it is for those who want to be engaged in production management. This course is prepared by a very creative teacher, and those who join this offer will be really very satisfied with its results. Students become familiar with the tools and techniques used in the modern concept of production management, theory of constraints. So there will be presentations, and of course there will be workshops and project involvement, which will be prepared by the teacher. You may see on the slide which this course includes, its content, and if you have additional questions, you are welcome with your questions to my mail, which will be shown later. I should say that the students those who want to join our university for a short training or for a much more, to be, for example, our full cycle students, will be taken care of not only from the educational point of view, but from different sides. We trust to take care of our students. There are a lot of events for international students, and they are welcoming and adjusting events starting from body program. Well, different cultural events which are very popular among international students in our university. On this slide, you may see facilitating interaction between Indian students and university environment. Well, there are, of course, such very popular things as a researchers' night, which are prepared by the students of different nationalities for future candidates of our university. The very popular event which should take place every month is Intercultural Cafe, where the students in informal atmosphere may speak with us, may present their traditions, cuisine, music, dance, different traditions, ways of spending free time, and we may speak on different topics which are very valuable and important, essential for our international students. The put days which take place in May are very popular, and before pandemic it was great time which join and gather all students together, and we spend really fantastic days. I do hope we return to it. Well, some interview from our students from India, which so she is our graduate, and her successes and her satisfaction with education and study here is in her interview. Well, have you any interest to our university and to our educational offer for full-time cycle students, or for short training courses which are with fellowship with Vishwaniketan? So you are welcome. Here is my mail and here is my telephone. You are welcome to me with your questions and with your propositions. Well, thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, ma'am, for such a valuable information. Students, the forum is open. If any questions have to be asked, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and you can ask. I repeat, students, if any questions have to be asked, the forum is open. You can unmute yourself and you can ask questions to ma'am.
Well, while there are no questions, I would like to add that our university is specialized in engineering specialties, which are really very prosperous nowadays. So those who want to get engineering education, you are welcome. You are welcome to our university, and we are open for you. Are there any scholarships? Our students may be given a scholarship for 1 year study. So it doesn't cover the tuition fee, but it is the scholarship for your educational achievements and maybe scientific achievements. So it may be. Okay, so thank you for your question. If there are no questions,
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello. Can I ask the question?
Yes, surely.
Is there any age limit for taking the admission for PhD?
Pardon, will you repeat or type your question because the connection from your side is not so distinct? Will you repeat it or just print it?
Yeah. I will write it in chat box. That is
Okay.
there any age limitation for the admission? Age.
PhD?
Kindly put in chat box. The message can be put in chat box if the network is not clear.
Okay.
Will you print it in our chat? Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, the question I'll communicate. The question was like, is there any age limit for this for admission?
Okay. No, there is no age limit. There is no age limit. No. Well, there is a question from YouTube. I'm recently in third year mechanical engineering. In the form, which option should I select if I want to go in June? I think if you mean short summer school training, you may use it for a couple of weeks. You may use. We have 7-week program. We have 2 weeks program. So just ask the authorities of Vishwaniketan about the possibilities and join us for sustainable transport or for production engineering. It will be very essential for you. Well, no other questions? Okay, thank you for your attention. And you are welcome to Poznan University of Technology, nevertheless, what form of study you are going to choose. Thank you and bye.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for addressing all the questions. Thank you so much. Now it's time to listen from Professor Dido Prividero and Dr. Ermioni from Hellenic American College, Athens, Greece. First of all, let me introduce to you all Professor Dido Prividero holds a master's degree in WCS from Northwestern University, Evanston, Illinois, USA. Professor Dido is currently the Director of Innovation in ICT at the Hellenic American University and College. She is mainly responsible for the organization and coordination of funded research and innovation management activities. She also serves as the Vice President of Innovation and Research at the CTIF Global Capsule CGC. Professor Dido has extensive working experience in both academic and corporate environments. During 2014 to 2020, she served as the Managing Director of AIT, a private non-profit research organization, and before that, for 12 years as AIT's Research Director. Professor Dido has worked as research scientist in numerous EU and nationally funded research projects, also in the roles of project coordinator and technical manager, as well as in industrial projects covering diverse thematic areas in ICT and innovation management. Her research interests are in ICT and its application in healthcare, wellness, the environment, education, and culture. Now, I invite Professor Dido Prividero, ma'am, to address the gathering.
Yeah, hello. Thank you very much for the invitation and the opportunity. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you today. I have been experienced and I had the privilege to host the UG Fellowship Program for several years now. It has been really a very pleasant and rewarding experience, both for the visiting students, but also for the hosting academics and administrators. We have been impressed every time with the professional with which the students worked in all the projects and the results they have achieved. Always the 6 or 7 weeks passed very, very quickly and very pleasantly. And during the closing ceremony, we were all both sad and happy. Happy because there was a great experience that has been gained, great results that have been achieved, but also sad because we would get separated. So we are really looking forward to continuing this program in Athens, and I would be very glad to welcome students from India for the summer schools, but also the other programs we are offering at the Greek branch of the Hellenic American University, which is located in Athens. Now I will pass over to my colleague, Dr. Hermione Karahaliou, who is the Director of Student Affairs and International Programs, to present to you our organization. Thank you very much again. It has been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dido, for the introduction. Hello, everyone. It is a pleasure to participate to this wonderful event. Let me share my screen. Can you please confirm that you are seeing my presentation?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, thank you. So as Professor Prevedourou said, my name is Hermione Karahaliou and I'm the Director of Student Affairs and International Programs at Hellenic American University, Hellenic American College. Before starting presenting our programs, I would like to offer a very quick overview of who we are in our two establishments in Nashua and Athens. So Hellenic American University was established in 2004 in New Hampshire, USA, and more specifically in Nashua. All our programs are accredited by the New England Commission of Higher Education, NECI. Everything is conducted in English and all our students receive American education and American degree. All our degrees, programs, and fellowships are offered in our two locations, one in Nashua, New Hampshire, as you can see in the picture on the right, and one in Athens, Greece, in Europe. Our student body represents 35 different nationalities, creating a multicultural and diverse environment for all the students to enjoy a well-rounded education and reinforce the sense of becoming a global citizen. Starting with the Athens campus and the programs that we offer, Athens and generally Greece is located in the Mediterranean, in Europe, between the East and the West. So this is a country that combines cultures and the lifestyle from Eastern countries and Western countries. So students from India, while studying in Greece, will find, a lot of common points with their lives back home. Also, Athens, it is a very big city, but also it is a very safe and comfortable city. And especially for the student life, what is more important, it is that it's a very affordable city with affordable accommodation and meal options and activities. Our Athens campus is located in the center of Athens, in the heart of Athens. As you can see in this blue circle, at the bottom of this circle, we have the Greek parliament. So the parliament of the Greek state is located less than 10 minutes walking from the campus. So as you can understand, we are located very, very centrally. The Acropolis, the main monument of the Greek culture, is approximately 20 minutes walking from the campus, and we are located in a very vibrant neighborhood with museums, restaurants, coffee shops, supermarkets, banks, pharmacies, everything that someone would need to have a comfortable stay in the city. Now let's move on to our options and mainly our campus. The study abroad options we offer do not include... I'm sorry? May I continue?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, I thought someone said something. Okay, moving on then. Our study abroad options do not include only the fellowships, the summer fellowships, that this is the main reason of our partnership with Vishwaniketan University, but we also offer fall and spring options and summer and winter sessions. So a student might join us for a full semester or a full summer or winter session and register to some of our courses. The usual pattern for the semesters, you can see here the dates for the academic year 2021-2022, so that you get an idea of the dates that our semesters run. Usually the students who visit us for a semester register for 4 to 5 courses, which can then be transferred to the home university. The summer and winter options are usually 3 weeks long in June and July, and in January, the winter session. And usually students register for 2 courses from our course catalog. The catalog includes courses from a variety of fields and majors. You can see some of the general categories in this slide, including courses related to the arts, business, engineering, informatics, psychology, sciences, and social sciences. So there is a variety of courses that can satisfy all the students and all the curricula from the home university. Another very particular experience we offer during the summer, it's our signature study abroad course. It's called A Walk Across Greece, and it is exactly what the title is describing. This is a course that is completed within the span of 1 week, one traveling week, when our students visit 6 different cities and 2 islands, learning about the history, architecture, art, customs, and the history, of course, of the Greek state from the ancient times until the 20th century. So this is not only a course that offers the necessary academic information, but it's also a very nice way for the students to visit and travel around Greece. Moving on to our summer fellowships, the project that Professor Provedourou described in the beginning of her speech includes the summer fellowships. They are usually from 3 weeks to 8 weeks. The specific one for Vishwaniketan is approximately 6 weeks. All the programs related to fellowships are customized, fully customized. We can include the academic part can be designed according to the needs of the professors and the students. Apart from the academic part, we can organize and implement the whole experience, starting from accommodation, meals, transportation, cultural visits, business visits, fun activities, everything you need within these 6 weeks that you're going to stay in Athens. And of course, because we are our host, there is always an on-site advisor available to help you and guide you throughout your experience. And because there is no third-party provider included, always the cost is much lower than with the help of a third-party provider. Now, some examples of fellowship projects that we are planning for this summer. And again, this is only a suggestion, and we can discuss all the details as the time is approaching. There is My Travel, a web-based application for tourism purposes, ethical artificial intelligence, sightseeing application using geographic information systems, big data analytics and data mining, properties of photonic crystals and devices, technocratic communication in politics, multicultural counseling, practicing as competent practitioners in diverse culture, and of course, discovering together contemporary cultures. Any program that you are going to attend at Hellenic American University, Hellenic American College will have a full academic support from our side in order to lead to success. This is identified and practiced through certain student services that we offer to all our partners and all the students that visit our Athens and Nashua campuses. First of all the projects will be assigned to faculty mentors from our faculty members. There is always the availability of the writing center, which is very important for non-native English speakers, that will help you improve the style and writing of your essays and projects. There is 24/7 available help through our counseling center to address issues of, let's say, homesickness, diversity, cultural, some cultural questions you might have, and so on and so forth. We have the Academic Center for the Enrichment of Students with a set of trained peer tutors, students, experienced students that will be able to help you in your academic journey. And of course, the Career Development Office that will help you plan your next step through checking your business profiles on LinkedIn, let's say, your CV, having one-on-one session, preparing for interviews, and any other help you might need in order to secure your professional future. What is very important is that all our classes have a small size. Our faculty-student ratio is 7:1, so you will receive individual attention that will support your academic success as well. Moving on to the fun stuff, as members of the Hellenic American University the Titans from Hellenic mythology, Greek mythology, and the 9 stars and the granite helmet. Can you hear me? Okay, from the state of New Hampshire, so it's a joint identity between our Hellenic and American identity. As students, you will be able to attend our clubs, our student clubs, our events, special seminars, community service events, social events, parties. Hopefully, in the COVID situation will be solved very soon in order to be able to have our big social events like in the past. And of course, you will be represented through the student governance. Special events, cultural events for study abroad and international students include cooking classes, traditional dancing courses, and of course, trips to the different parts of Greece, depending on the season, winter or summer. Here are a few pictures of universities that have visited us for summer fellowship programs. I have selected some that represent different academic fields. Here you can see a program based on hospitality management, project management from Bridgewater State University, and University of Central Florida, attending a program on social work. Regarding your accommodation, Hellenic American University is not a residential campus, but we have created a network of apartments that can host 3 to 5 students, depending on their size. Usually these are 20 to 30 minutes from campus, either walking or by using the metro or the bus. And I'm sharing the same time frame because sometimes in rush hour, you might need the same time walking and taking the bus. We have availability of single and double occupancy rooms, fully furnished, and of course, you will live with other students from Hellenic American University. The admission process is very easy. Usually, we require your official transcript, an essay, why you would like to study abroad, the courses that you would like to attend or the program that you would like to attend. And of course, we will return with the necessary papers for you to issue your visa. The process is very easy, and we will be able to welcome you to Athens very, very soon, hopefully this summer. So this is the category of the fellowships and the study abroad programs throughout the year. Moving on to our master's programs, since we are addressing university students that are studying the undergraduate degree, this is a list of our this is the full list of our programs, and I will pay special attention to the ones in bold. So the full program. The full programs are Applied Linguistics, TESOL, Business Administration, Conference Interpreting, Informatics, Psychology, Sales Management, Translation, and our Ph.D. in Language and Communication. As you can see, I have made bold the Business Administration program, so the MBA, the Master in Informatics, and the Masters in Sales Management, which are the most popular for international students. Our business programs, the graduate, the MBA program is 2 years and the cost is 18,900. Through this program, through this 2-year program, you will be able to receive the specialization of your dream, choosing among digital marketing, project management, people management, aviation management, management of information systems, and shipping management. The Master of Science in Sales Management is a new program, a bit shorter, 18 months, which will prepare you for the world of sales. So apart from the purely academic program, through our MBA and Master in Sales programs, you will have access to certifications in project management. You can see the list, the Certified Associate in Project Management, the PMP, MP, and I, and you will be considered for internships in worldwide groups such as the Libra Group, the Regeneration, and AON. So by choosing our MBA program and our Masters in Sales programs, you will be able to build upon a career as an account manager, product manager, branding, sales managers, risk and market analysts. Our informatics programs, we have the graduate program, the MSI, the Master of Science in Informatics. The duration is 18 months and the cost is 18,900. Again, you will be able to choose between different specializations such as business computing and big data analytics, application and software development, and computer networks and security. Again, this is linked to very important and popular certifications in the business world, such as the Cisco CCNA program, the Microsoft MCMA, and the Microsoft Server certification. Again, for the Masters in Informatics, you will have access to important groups for an internship, Libra Group, General Electric, and AON. Now, in our last but not least, in our Nashua campus, we offer the MBA program in a very nice and safe and authentic, friendly city, Nashua in New Hampshire. It is a very small and family, let's say, oriented city, but only 40 minutes from downtown Boston. So you will be able to live in a secure and safe city, but be very close to one of the world's most renowned capitals, Boston in Massachusetts. In Nashua, we offer our MBA program in a promotional price of $14,000. And what is very important for the Nashua campus is that we have a rolling cohort, so we accept admissions every 7 weeks. So we have 2 admissions in the fall, 1 in winter, 2 in the summer, 2 in the spring, and 1 in the summer. Studying in the US gives you the opportunity to have a certificate, a curriculum practice training option that will extend your visa 12 months after completing the MBA, and the OPT option again for 12 months after the MBA completion. If you choose to have the informatics management concentration, specialization through your MBA, this will lead to a 2-year extension to work on the STEM industry. And again, if your focus is on digital marketing, again, it can provide you a 24-month STEM extension. So these are the basic features of the Nashua campus. The admission requirements for all our full-time master's programs are described in the list here. We will need an application form, your official transcripts from the undergraduate degree, evidence of language proficiency, a personal essay, 2 letters of recommendation, your CV, of course, your passport, and 1 e-photo. One extra element that the US Embassy needs in order to provide your visa is at least $30,000 evidence of sufficient funds. So these are the programs we offer in temporary basis, let's say. Our study abroad programs are fellowships, and our full-time programs in the master's level in Athens and Nashua. So thank you very much for having me and for listening to this quick overview of what we have to offer. I will stop sharing my screen, and maybe you have some questions for me.
Before going with the questions, thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to put light on the profile about ma'am. Dr. Hermione, ma'am, received her Bachelor's of Architecture and Master's of Architecture from the National Technical University of Athens, and her Ph.D. in Art History and Visual Studies from the University of Manchester, UK. Dr. Hermione ma'am has taught several courses at the University of Manchester and for private vocational training institutes and colleges in Athens. She has also undertaken administrative positions and has published articles in several refereed journals. Prior to joining Hellenic American University as the Director of Student Affairs and International Programs, she was Curator A of the Artist in Residence program at the Ilias Lelovins Jewelry Museum with the exclusive donation of the Stavros Niarchos Foundation. At her current role, she is responsible for expanding partnerships with the US and international institutions.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Dido Prevedero, ma'am, and Dr. Hermione, ma'am, for being with us today. Any questions anyone is having? The forum is open for the questions, if any questions are there. I guess there are no questions, ma'am. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Someone have asked something.
The semester programs that I described are the duration is approximately 6 months from September until February. So we are discussing the semester option if you want to stay longer in Athens.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it fine if I ask a question over mic?
Yes, you may ask.
Okay, thank you. So I had a question regarding the summer fellowship program offered by your university. So since this is a fellowship program, how do we select the professor or the researcher or the laboratory under which the students would be working?
Our university will share a list of projects depending on the field of expertise of the professors that are going to accompany you to Athens, and through that list you will be able to choose the project of your interest.
So based on that, how are we supposed to communicate our interest in that particular field?
The communication will be completed between the two universities. So you will speak with your professor at Vishwaniketan University, and this will be communicated to us. So we will be informed that the group that will arrive in Athens has these students that are interested in that project, these students that are interested on the other project.
I may like to supplement the answer. We have a complete administrative structure to support this program. Professors of Vishwaniketan are already in the chat box available. Kindly contact us, because we not only take care of the university, but complete 42 days care. Everything is taken care of by us. We also have learned how this fellowship can be conducted in minimum expenditure, because Europe and US are very costly. So all the instructions, everything will be given to you. We'll be more than pleased to help you in this process. Thank you very much.
Many thanks.
Sir,
Hello.
कुणाली मग तुला माहित नाही का ऍडमिशन मिळालंय, तुला काम करायचंय?
Someone saying something?
Hello.
Yes.
I had a question that for taking PhD admission, if we complete the post-graduation from India, will it do, or I have written in the chat box also.
Those chat box questions will be read and will be addressed by us. Don't worry.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask a question. I'm currently in third year engineering, and suppose I wanted to do a project for 6 months in University of Athens, Greece. Is it possible for me to do it? Like, is there some way?
I think the same question was asked in the last session. We have been doing this fellowship since last 7 years. My experience is in the 6 months of stay in Europe, without a solution for you.
So can you please repeat? I couldn't hear you.
Staying in Europe for 6 months without any really costly, but there are students who have done fellowship of 7 weeks, extended the project, and from India they have worked on the project, and the supervisors in our partner universities have helped the student for 6 months. So whatever project you choose and do in 7 weeks, plus whatever projects are happening are done by your fellow mates. Generally, a university accepts 25 to 40 students. So there are at least 10 student groups which are doing different projects. Every student is aware. In the process, it is ensured that every student looks at the projects of others, because in your stay arrangement, every week, every group will give presentation on their project. So the outcome is you have done one great project. You are aware about 9 more projects which are done by your colleagues. You come with that wisdom, expand your project for 6 months, 7 weeks in Europe and remaining weeks from India. And the supervisors, if you really behave nicely, they will support you for 6 months. That is possible. So my suggestion is do 7 weeks and extend it to six months. That is possible. Don't worry about it. I hope I'm clear now.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is a question. For PhD admissions, postgraduate degree from India will do or not?
Definitely it does. Contact us. We look at the eligibility. As told previously, you will have to write a project proposal, and that through that a guide who can take your supervision aspect. Thank you. Madam, if we are delayed because the other speakers are waiting.
Yes, sir.
We should, and
yes,
please mind time. Please mind
sir.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
We'll move ahead. We have with us Professor Yuri and Dr. Ostap Oling from National Technical University of Ukraine, KPI. First, I'll introduce Professor Yuri. Professor Yuri is working at National Technical University of Ukraine, Igor Sikorsky Kiev Polytechnic Institute as Deputy Director in Center for International Education Division. Sir, you have worked with Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine in various divisions. Sir has also worked with National Space Agency of Ukraine as engineer, senior engineer in Division of Automatic Computer Center. Now, let me introduce you all to Dr. Ostap Oling. Dr. Ostap Oling completed his bachelor's in 2007 and master's in 2009 in the field of electronics. He received Ph.D. degree from National Technical University of Ukraine in solid-state electronics. He has been working as an associate professor in the Department of Electronics Devices and Systems, Igor Sikorsky, KPI. He received many grants such as Workshop Grant, TU Dresden Grant, and Erasmus Plus Grant from Technical University of Dresden, Germany. He is currently working as head of the Preparatory Department, Center for International Education, National Technical University of Ukraine, Igor Sikorsky, Kiev Polytechnic Institute. Now, I invite Dr. Ostap Oling, sir. Sorry, Dr. Ostap.
Okay. It's great pleasure to hear you. So may I share my screen? Well, I hope you can hear me and see.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, some background about Ukraine. So Ukraine is the country situated in the eastern part of the Europe. The population is 42 million people. Ukraine is one of the biggest countries of the Europe. It borders with Romania, Moldova, Hungary, Slovakia, Poland, Belarus, Russia. So the capital of Ukraine is Kyiv. And this is the, sorry, some problem. So the capital of Ukraine is Kyiv. Okay, some technical problem. One moment. So some facts about Ukraine. Ukraine is very rich in mineral resources, black soil, so we have a very highly developed and very industrial agricultural field. So Ukraine is one of 9 countries that manufacture civil aircrafts, and Ukraine is one of 6 nations that can build and perform aerospace programs. So as you see, Kyiv is situated almost in the center of Ukraine. The population of the city is more than 3.2 million citizens. So it's the capital, and it has a lot of places of interest. And in the capital of Ukraine, two main universities, state universities of Ukraine. The first one is National Technical University of Ukraine, Igor Sikorsky Kyiv Polytechnic Institute. And the second one, the biggest university in Ukraine, is Kyiv National Taras Shevchenko University. So the 2 biggest universities are in the capital. Kyiv Polytechnic Institute was established more than 120 years ago. Today, KPI has the status of national university, as is named after a great engineer who studied in our university, Igor Sikorsky. Our university is very famous in Europe. Our engineering schools are very innovative and worldwide recognized. So the first 2 faculties that our university had more than 120 years ago, it was mechanical, engineering, agricultural, and chemical. So these 3 fields are the main fields in our university and has a very long story. In our university, a lot of very famous scientists, they study here, worked here, and so on. For example, Igor Sikorsky studied in our university and actually built the first planes in our university. After his immigration to United States, he continued his engineering work and he created the company. It's called Sikorsky Company. And for example, the president of the United States flies using Sikorsky S-92 helicopter. It's very reliable and very high technological. For example, Mendeleev, his periodic table, everybody in the world use it. And this professor also read lectures in our university. Boris Paton, also worldwide well-known scientist who created different technologies in welding. So rocket building, aircraft building, engineering, and so on. We have a lot of worldwide known scientists in our university. Today, KPI includes 18 faculties, 7 academic research and development scientific institutions, 12 research and development institutes, and 14 research centers. The scientific staff of our university is more than 5,000 professors. More than a half of them are full professors. So we have associate professors and full professors. More than a half is full professors. In our university, we have more than 22,000 students. Among them, 750 students are international students from 62 countries. So we are, in our university, we have a lot of representatives from different countries from all over the world. So our university is the #1 in top rank universities in Ukraine. So our diplomas are recognized in Europe, USA, and other countries. And also in our university, we have double degree diploma programs between several universities. So if some universities wants to apply for double degree diploma, we also can do such projects, for example, with Poland universities. Our university is represented in a lot of international organizations. You can see some of them. Also, our university is represented in university associations. So you also see it's some number of them. Our alumnus has a very high proficiency in the fields they study. For example, we have about 600 alumni who works in Google. We have a Boeing company laboratory, and our students, they are working with this laboratory, and after graduating from our university, they also can continue their work in this company. So more than 670 KPIs engineers are working in this company. More than 500 graduates work in Microsoft, also Samsung, Huawei, and in other companies. We have a lot of laboratories opened by these companies in our university. So our students actually work with their master degree, bachelor degree diplomas that are very close to some problems of these industrial giants. Some last results, actually 1 year, 2 years ago. So as I mentioned, our university has a very long and very big story for rocket and space engineering. So we launched the 2 satellites. It's called 2 nanosatellites. The first one was launched almost 10 years ago. The second one was launched 5 years ago. So this nanosatellite is officially recognized that is the most reliable satellites ever built. It's flying for 5 years around the Earth, and it is still working. No damage or is not broken anymore. So very reliable nanosatellite. So a lot of applications connected with water purification systems. So in our university design and project the full cycle of water purification system, and is well known, recognized, and so on. Also, the high power mobile plasma setup for welding and heat power production was made. The efficiency of the heat production was almost 90%. It's a very effective way of heat production for heating buildings or for heat generation and so on. So it has a lot of interest from industry and industrial application. Also, we have the Institute of Aircraft Engineering, and in that institute, the students can design and assemble the prototypes of unmanned aerial vehicles. So some of them are fully designed in our university and are used by our military forces. So our institute is very big and actually covers almost all fields of technical subjects and technical specialties. So we have machine and device engineering, printing industry, economics, social sciences, language studies. So we have the faculties and institutes who are working with these directions. In our university, we have very strong school in computer sciences and information technologies, electronics and radio engineering. We have the group of white hackers, and they occupy the first places in international education. International competition. So we have a list of faculties and institute who are working in this field. So next direction is power engineering. Power engineering is represented by 2 faculties and 1 institute. For example, on the faculty of electric power engineering and automatics, I think 4 or 5 years ago, a group from the University Vishwaniketan, a group of 30 students arrived, and they had the internship on this faculty. They have the projects during the summer and successfully finished it. So next field, we also have a very strong fundamental sciences school. also chemical technologies and biomedical engineering and biotechnology sphere. So you can choose any of these direction and find any faculty that can provide these training programs, and you can apply for it. In our university, we have a full cycle of preparing international students. So the first step usually starts from the preparatory department. On the preparatory department, future students can improve their knowledge in language, physics, math, and so on. In our university, we train in Ukrainian language or English language. So sometimes students want to find some specialty that is not provided by English language. So they have to study Ukrainian language 1 year. And after this, they can apply to any specialty in our university. English programs, we have only some list of the English programs available in English. So preparatory department usually takes 1 year, but it's not compulsory. If you already know English and you want to study the English program, you can apply directly to bachelor degree. But if you need some language courses, you can finish preparatory department. So in Ukraine, bachelor degree takes 4 years, master degree takes 3 years and is possible only when you have bachelor degree. After master degree, we have a Ph.D. degree, it takes 4 years, and the Doctor of Science after PhD. Also, we can provide the professional development for bachelor, master, PhD, and other levels of students. So we are flexible in this. So as I mentioned, preparatory department is to train Ukrainian language or improve knowledge in English language. Also, we teach future students math, physics, chemistry, and other subjects because, in our university, we have a very high demand on basic knowledge because, the first years for students are not so easy to study math, physics, and so on. So we help to improve their knowledge. So we have, totally, we have 42 specialties and 134 educational programs, but not these 134 training programs are available in English. So I have a list here of the training programs related and that can be provided in English. So also you have a QR code, you can scan it and it will send to our website where we make every time new list of English-speaking programs. So you can every time check, is this training program available in English or not? So you see we have the metallurgy, rocket and space engineering, electronics, electrical engineering, software engineering, mathematics, chemical engineering. So our main directions of our university, they are provided in English. Also, we have master degree programs. They also are provided not in total, in all list, but we have some amount of English language programs. So you also have a QR code that can send you to master degree programs available in English. So they also support aircraft and space engineering, software engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, chemical technologies, biomedical engineering, and so on. Master degree is more flexible than the bachelor degree. So if some students want to study in English in some training program for the next year, such students can write us email that they want to study next year in English. So we can speak with the faculty and organize teaching in English for the next year. But you have to inform us a little bit earlier than you apply. So all our students, when they write their bachelor degree diplomas, especially master degree and PhD degree diplomas, they all have the opportunity to be involved in Startup School. We have a very big Sikorsky Challenge Startup School where all students can show their project, master degree project, bachelor degree project for future investors. So we have the very big event every year, and students can show what are they design or what they propose to do. And when some industrial representatives wants to use it, so students can be involved directly with Startup School and with future actually stakeholder. So our university is very compact, and all academic buildings and dormitories, they are all situated in one place. So it's not necessary to work very far reaching the campus and the academic building. So we have a very huge library. You can use it for searching information, study, so on. We have a very big sport center with the Olympic swimming pool. All foreign citizens enrolled in our university are provided with dormitory. So admission to our university for the next year will start on the 1st of July 2022 and will be closed on the 1st of September. So please try to, if you plan to arrive or to study or for some internship in our university, please plan your arrival till the 1st of September. So in our university has graduated more than 138 students from India. Now we have 13 students from India that obtain bachelor degree, and also now we have 4 PhD students from India. For study in our university, you can apply for bachelor degree, for master degree, PhD degree.
Hello. Professor, you have only last 5 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So you also can study in our university using Erasmus Plus program or students internship and trainingship. So all information about conditions of entry, what documents you need, the training fees, all these frequently asked questions, you can see our multi-language website and you can read all necessary information that you need. If you have some questions or you need some guidance for admission to our university or internship in our university, you can email admission@kpi.ua. So we will lead you during all the admission. So thank you for your attention. So you see my presentation was up to a second. So for all questions about the admission, trainingship, so on, please email us. Our admission office will answer your questions. So if somebody has some questions, I'm ready to answer.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable information. Since we are running out of the time, if any questions are there, you can mail or either we'll address it later on. So we also have with us today Professor Agata ma'am, Faculty of Telecommunications, Technical University of Sofia, Bulgaria. Professor Agata is Associate Professor with the Faculty of Telecommunications at the Technical University of Sofia, Bulgaria, and the Head of the Research Laboratory Electronic Systems for Visual Information and Vice Dean Education of the faculty. Her domains of interest are machine learning, pattern recognition, computer vision, image and video processing, biometrics, neural networks, augmented and virtual reality. She has received her PhD from Université de Grenoble, France. She is laureate of Fulbright Scholarship and an IEEE member. Now, I invite Professor Agata ma'am to address the gathering.
Hello to everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me to participate. Hello, Professor Inamdar. Thank you for inviting me to participate.
Happy to see you again.
To today's lecture. Thank you for to everyone that is participating today. So it is a pleasure to be able to join you and to present today the Technical University of Sofia, Bulgaria. So let me share my screen. Okay, so, okay, up. So first of all, I will give you some insights for the Technical University of Sofia and the Faculty of Telecommunication. I am a Vice Dean Education of the Faculty of Telecommunications at the Technical University of Sofia. So hopefully, if you have any questions related to the educational part, do not hesitate to tell me. Also, I have prepared for you today a very interesting presentation about the current research topics that we are interested in and that we are looking for PhD students and master degree students. So let me first present the Faculty of Telecommunications and briefly the Technical University of Sofia. Okay, so in a couple of words, the Technical University of Sofia is the largest and the oldest technical university in Bulgaria. We have around 15,000 students. More than 1,500 are students coming from different countries, not only European. Currently, we have a lot of students coming from Africa. We have students from China. We have students from Middle East. So we have a lot of foreign students that are following different programs, bachelor, master, and PhDs at the Technical University of Sofia. So we are an academic institution with the highest accreditation rate in the engineering domain. And we are accredited by the National Agency for Assessment and Accreditation, the Bulgarian National Agency. So we have 17 faculties and many up-to-date facilities, including laboratories for robotics, for different, as you can see here, we have a very big faculty of transportation engineering, railway engineering. So as I said, very, very well-equipped laboratories in our universities. We are, as being the biggest engineering university in Bulgaria, we are also having great collaboration with the biggest companies, European and international companies that are represented here in Bulgaria. We work with all the automobile companies that are presented here in Bulgaria, either as designs, because we have a faculty of design engineering. We also work in very well with the automotive industry in terms of Yes? Do you hear me? Is it okay? Okay, hopefully you hear me. I will continue. So as I said, and we are one of the biggest producers of electronics for automobiles. So here you can see, I hope you are seeing my screen. Okay, so you can see the different faculties of our university. You see we have the Faculty of Automation, Electrical Engineering, the Faculty of Telecommunication, which I am the representative, Faculty of Computer Systems and Technologies, Power Engineering and Power Machines, Industrial Technology, Mechanical Engineering, Electronic Engineering and Technologies, Transportation, Management. We have a Faculty of Applied Mathematics and Informatics. We have 3 language faculties, German Engineering, French Engineering, and English Engineering. All of these faculties are accredited by the countries that they represent. The Faculty of French Engineering is accredited by the French government. The Faculty of German Engineering and Industrial Management is accredited by the German state. So, and these are the only faculties in Bulgaria that can actually provide double diploma with the respective university that the student is going to accomplish his or her studies. Also, I'm going to exit the presentation because I want to show you something. very quickly. Sorry. So we are also part of the European University of Technology. So from next year, all the students who come to Bulgaria to study to the Technical University of Sofia can have the opportunity to receive a diploma accredited by all partner universities from the European University of Technology. We are partnering, you can see here, with the Cyprus University of Technology, the University of Technology in Cluj-Napoca, Romania. This is the University, Riga Technical University in Latvia. We are also working with the Hochschule in Darmstadt, so this is in Germany. The University of Technology of Troyes, France. This is the Polytechnical University of Cartagena, Spain, and Dublin Technological University in Ireland. So students coming to study in Sofia can accomplish one semester in either partner university, and at the end, they'll get a diploma recognized by all these 7 European universities. This is valid for bachelor and master degrees. Also, Technical University of Sofia from this year is part of the ranking, the World University Rankings. So we are between 1,000 and 2,000, I think we are. Yeah, this is the position that is the Technical University of Sofia in the world. So we are the second Bulgarian, and only 2 Bulgarian universities can have accomplished this international ranking. So we are part of this World University Rankings from this year. So very quickly, I would like to give you an introduction to the Faculty of Telecommunications. So this is the second biggest faculty at the Technical University of Sofia. Currently, we have 800 students that are following the bachelor, the master, and the PhD programs at the Faculty of Telecommunications. So we have 3 departments: Department of Radio Communication and Video Technology, Department of Communication Networks, and Department of Technology and Management of Communication Systems. So we have 2 bachelor degrees, one in Bulgarian and one in English, that are 4-year studies. We have master degrees in 1-year master degree in Bulgarian and 2-year master degree in English. And we also have a lot of PhD programs, 12 to be exact, doctoral programs that cover specific areas of telecommunications. I'm going to speak about that very quickly. So these are the different specialities and specializations. So you can see here we have a telecommunication engineering in English. Okay. We have also, as I said, a master, 2-year master in innovative communication technologies and entrepreneurship, 2-year master degree. And also we offer the innovative information and communication technologies, a 1-year master degree also in English. Okay, so very quickly about our PhD programs, because I saw that there are a lot of people interested in our PhD programs. You see here we have different subjects, but these are areas of expertise if you want. So we have automation engineering, CAD systems, acoustics, electrodynamic and antenna devices, cable and fiber optic communications, communication network and systems, optical and laser devices, safety equipment, radio transmission, TV and video technology, theoretical fundamentals of telecommunication. And also here I have missed one. We have also security in telecommunications. So we are, being one of the biggest faculties, we are very well equipped in terms of laboratories. We have a lot of specialized laboratories that are related to different telecommunication areas. Some of the laboratories are donated by our partners. So you can see here we have a laboratory of information technologies in medicine, signals and systems, optoelectronics and optical communications, when you can see a lot of interesting equipment for fiber optics, for testing of optical fibers, for measurement of power, optical reflectometers, stuff like that. We have also a laboratory of audio technologies. We are the only university actually in Bulgaria that will teach you the very specifics of audio systems and how to develop electroacoustics. So we have a specialized laboratory. We have a laboratory for mobile communications. We are as I said, the highest accredited engineering university in Bulgaria in the area of mobile communications. So we have a lot of equipment related to measuring, spectrum analyzing, generators, software-defined radios. So very interesting laboratory. Also, I would like to give you some insights of my laboratory for video communication technologies. We work a lot for, augmented and virtual reality. So we are very well equipped. We have Microsoft HoloLens glasses for augmented reality. We have HTC Vive virtual reality glasses. We have very sophisticated computer workstations with specialized video cards for audio and video analysis. So this is a very recently updated laboratory, very interesting laboratory. We have many projects, and one of the projects that I'm going to speak a little bit later is related to this laboratory. So we also have a microwave devices laboratory that I would like to underline. And this is currently updated. All the devices are updated. They were gifted to us by the Keysight company, which is the biggest US company for the device related to measurements of signals. So everything is brand new currently, very, very well equipped laboratory. We are, from tomorrow, all of our partners from the European University of Technologies are going to come for 1 week to visit the Faculty of Telecommunications, and they're going to tour all these new laboratories that I'm talking about. So you can see here, we have a laboratory for broadband communication and cable TV. So this is very well equipped laboratory with a lot of systems that were donated by our partners, so from the mobile operators. So you have the opportunity to see how real life cable TV station works, modules and optical transmission systems, so measuring apparatus for control diagnosis and tuning of for channels. So very, very interesting laboratory again. So one of the new laboratories also is the electrodynamics and electromagnetic wave propagation laboratory. So again, you can see here, there were a lot of PhD students that successfully completed their PhD in this laboratory. They were from Vishwaniketan. So thank you for, for such great colleagues. They came at our university and they successfully completed their PhD here at these laboratories.
Hello. So
yes.
Sorry to interrupt in between, ma'am. Since we are running short of time, so
okay.
Yeah, can we wind up a bit early?
Okay. Yes, of course. Don't worry. So I will be very quickly then. So if you're interested, of course, I will share this presentation. Let me give you some insights of what currently we are doing as a research in our laboratory. Very quickly, I'm going to show you some, new ideas that we are looking for PhD and master degree students. Obviously, bachelor also can work in this domain. So very quickly. So currently, as I said, we have very big project, European project that is financed by the European Union for holographic communication in 5G. So we are working on combining 3D imaging, haptics, and artificial intelligence. So very quickly, I'm going to show you what it is about. So I have one small video. So let me show you what it is for the holographic communication. And if you have any questions, I'm going to answer.
I know, I didn't expect it at all.
So this is the holographic communication, and you can see this is a call in 5G that we are working together with our partner from University of Surrey. So this is Professor Tefazoli that we're working with. Okay, and you can see here, this is the communication between two different sites in real time, and you have the holographic image.
Okay. So we signed it on behalf of the University of Surrey. Yes. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, so this is Professor Rahim Tefazoli that we're working with. So you can see here very briefly, as I said, what is the holographic communication. So currently, together with whatever Professor Peter Lindgren said, so I'm going to show you a little bit what we are working on. So this is the B-Cube that you already saw with Professor Peter Lindgren and Professor Albena Michovska. We are working in the area, as I said, of holographic telepresence, immersive telepresence systems that will happen in the B-Cube environment. So we are actually very interested in people who would like to, work in different areas, either the communication, the real-time communication side, so with the different protocols and the latency program, either people who are interested in augmented reality. So you can see here different sites for computer vision, neural network, artificial intelligence, and different subjects related to holographic telepresence systems. Okay, so as the time is very pressing from what I understood, so I would like to, to stop the sharing. And if you're interested, do not hesitate to ask me questions and to contact me.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable information. Students, the forum is open for questions. If anyone is having doubt, you may ask. Okay, so we'll quickly move on. We have with us Dr. Lynn Hugill, Principal Lecturer International in the school Teesside University, UK. Dr. Lynn's area of expertise is digital skills for fashion, including the use of Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. She is skilled in design, fashion graphics, branding, portfolio development, digital fashion illustration, web design, and from her industrial experience, professional skills. Your vast experience covers working with manufacturers, supplying the likes of M&S, developing marketing concepts, and liaising with factories and customers in China, Hong Kong, Israel, Egypt, and Jordan. You have a successful freelance design consultancy role with various companies. Dr. Lynn has a BA honors in fashion textiles, is a higher education fellow, and has a PGCE in learning and teaching. Dr. Lynn has expertise in the use of e-learning and has presented research on the use of video for student feedback and evaluation of HEA and UAL conferences. Current research is centered around future fashion with a focus on sustainable materials and the circular economy. Dr. Lynn is developing enterprise-focused activities on the BA Fashion and Textile programs at Teesside University, including the development of a commercial sampling unit which provides skills to the local community. Hi, welcome you, ma'am.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. I request you to kindly address the gathering. Welcomes you, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to be with you today. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to be talking about opportunities for fellowships, summer fellowships at Teesside University. So I'm just going to share my screen. So is that okay? Can you see that?
Yes, madam, we can see. We can see.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so I'm going to be representing our art and design departments and engineering from Teesside University, and I'm head of our fashion department. So Teesside University is in the northeast of England. We've got a very vibrant campus, and we're very inclusive at Teesside University. We're number one for inclusivity for our students. We also have very good support for English learning and a large community of international students. So if you can see on the screen actually where we're located, so we're about 2.5 hours by train from London, and similar from Edinburgh. And you'll see in some of the, I'm going to be showing you a video of our last summer fellowship, that our students actually travelled the whole breadth of the country. They went up to Scotland and they also went to London while they were with us. I'm going to play a video now of our campus. So we're a very compact town campus, home to 18,000 students. Our library's even open on Christmas Day. It's open 24 hours. It's a really great space. It's very safe to be on campus. We have like apps for students so that they can call security, and we have CCTV everywhere, so students feel really, really safe while they're with us. And there's lots of extracurricular activities, and you can join in the student union, you can join and form your own societies. We also have an English cafe for students to learn English. So that's a bit of a flavour of our campus for you. I'm just going to go on because I think we've got, we are short of time from what I can understand. Sorry, okay. So I'm just showing you some of our facilities. So these are actually in the Waterhouse building. These are our fashion and textiles facilities, which are used by all students on our courses. Also here you can see our interior design studios, and also we've got a fantastic workshop for our art and design studios in our Cook building. I'm going to show you a video from our Dean of our school, just to get you a flavour of our MEMA School of Art and Design. So our art and design courses are led by an international art gallery. They're a Tate Plus, and so our Dean will talk about this to show you a bit more. And this is MIMA, our international gallery.
MIMA School of Art and Design was invented as a project to rethink what an art and design education could be for the 21st century. We wanted to create something that was unique and different and had the gallery and museum